Now, today we are going to talk about ketogenic diet. It's amongst a very famous new diet forms. It's been there for the last 4 5 years, and everybody had been so excited about it. People have tried it, people have failed with it, people have done well with it. But the biggest problem that we have faced so far is, can diabetics go for a keto diet? If you want a very simple, rigid, black and white answer is no, you cannot. But listen to me. If you understand the explanation, you may be able to find a variant of it that may be useful for you. See, in diabetes, the biggest problem is development of ketones. If you are a type 1 diabetic or a longer type 2 diabetic, that's a very big problem. Ketones are generated when we our body starts to break down. So when we are having a keto diet, the problem is that compared to a normal person, compared to a person whose insulin is not in deficit, a diabetic will break down faster. So a person in a normal keto diet, when they say use 7% carbohydrate intake for calories, you cannot go for that. But if you say take a larger amount of carbohydrate intake, but not as much as that in balanced diet or recommended diets, say 30% or 40%, instead you take 15 to 20% of carbohydrates, that too the good kind, the complex carbohydrates that come with whole grains rather than simple bakery products, it won't be as difficult, and the result will most likely be similar. So, in a situation where you go for an absolute keto diet, instead of that, try to go for a more relaxed one. Try to go for something that will be more helpful to you in the long run. Something that you can manage on a longer manner, and along with your insulin or oral medication that you are in need of taking, without risking going excessively low on your blood sugar or generating a lot of ketones. Because once you start developing ketones, it gets into a whirlpool. You don't want to generate as much ketones as you can. You need to go for a little lower amount, because for the same level you are at a risk of developing diabetic ketoacidosis, and we don't want that, you know. So, yes, weight loss is a struggle. Weight loss is an issue in case of diabetes, both in type 1 and type 2. When type 1 diabetes patients are on a prolonged use of insulin, they tend to gain weight, and they also need to lose weight in the long run. So, it's all right to try something, but try in a very safe manner. Go for keto diet, but not the absolute keto diet. Go for a little more carbohydrates than that the watertight 7% carbohydrates of keto diet, and at least don't go overzealous. Have a little break day. Try to gain back on your insulin secretion, and try to ensure that you monitor your blood glucose and you monitor your urine ketone levels. And if you are going more than 1 plus in urine ketones, stop dieting right away. Go back to using insulin, go back to increasing your carbohydrates. A very safe manner of following such diets is that you have urine keto sticks at home, and you monitor your blood glucose very religiously, at least 3 times in a day, so that you get to know that your blood sugar is not breaking down, and your blood sugar is not running very high up, and you are not having a lot of ketones in your body. Because see, of course the concept is to generate ketones, but you don't want as much ketones as are possible in case of a diabetic person. You need them in a balance where only you get the harmful you don't get the harmful effects, you only get the positive advantages. So yes, you can try, but don't try for an absolute 7% or less carbohydrate intake. Try for a 15 to 20% carbohydrate, and try for a complex carbohydrate, which will ensure that there is a slow, not peaking kind of a blood supply for glucose that your body will have, which will ensure that you do not generate so as much ketones as will be harmful to you. Thank you. Thing, subscribe to my channel, please.